Pirate Gamer here, and welcome to a game called Seedship. Now, it's a text-based adventure. I don't really remember the name, but you can get this game on the Google Play Store. Seedship is only like 1.2 megabytes. It's very small, yet it's a very fun game. I've played it before, as you can see. Some of you might know Seedship, some of you might not. Yeah, this is my color scheme. Good, cyan, mediocre, yellow. Bad is red. That's bright. That is bright. It's only red, yellow, cyan. Accept that. Alright, credits. This game was created by John Aliff, playtesters Catherine Bauer, Felix Clark, Kale, Matthew Holland, at JXXF, Jason LaPierre, Mark Ogilvy, Ted B. Samuel, David Stark. Planet names submitted by Chloe and Timmy, Sarahs42, E. Dalton, R. Harrison, Patrick High, Amagara Horror, Penny Manning, Neural Network, trained by Jen Shane. $5 Patreon backers: Scott Anderson, Jay Iliff, Alex Beal, Howard Chung, Derek Conkle Gutierrez, Mike Cripps, Lisa Daly, Jessica Dennis, Edward Dooner, Plonksky Family, Draconic Fiend, Joe Geneva, McKinley Glasser, Sarah Hatch, Andrew J. Martin, Marcus Jager, Liara Jennings, Barry Johan Areola, Ethan Jones, Judge Judy, Karina, Michael Lang, Michael Lewis, Pablo Longobarde, Patrick M. Brennan, Shelby Machado. You know what, just Machado, yeah. Mr. Lava, Nate, Alexander Nelson, Mark Ogilvy, Graham Peebles, Rohit Rai, Aspen Randall, Jeremy Richer, Andrew Roach, Armin Sipapied, Janelle Shane, Shopping Mall Krampus, Ken Snyder, Soft Shoe, James St. Don, David Stark, Starman N, Stealth, K. Victor Stegeman, Bruce Steinberg, Stellar Raider, TMN, Triage, Victor, Brendan Vigorodo, Jackson Wells, Brent Werness, Martin Westman, J.A. Woodbridge. Seedship was written in Twine 1.4.2 using the short Cube 2 story format and converted to a Napian phone gap. Hypercon CC by Delabuit from games.icons.net. If you are any of those people, thank you for watching this video. Let's do a new game. And when they knew the Earth was doomed, they built a ship. Less like an ark, more like a seed, dormant, but with potential. In its heart, 1,000 colonists in frozen sleep, chosen and trained to start civilization again on a new world. To control the ship, they created an artificial intelligence, not human, but made to think and feel like one, because only something that thought and felt like a human could be entrusted with the future of the human race. Its task is momentous but simple: to evaluate each planet the ship encounters and decide whether to keep searching or end its journey there. The ship's solar sails propel it faster and faster into darkness. The AI listens as the transmissions from ground control fade and then cease. When all is quiet, it enters hibernation to wait out the first stage of its long journey. After millennia of slow travel, the Seedship AI awakens. Hoping against hope, it trains its receiver in the direction of the Earth's sun, but it is as silent as any of the other myriad dead stars. Save for the 1,000 frozen colonists cradled in its shielding and life support systems, the human race is now extinct. Systems check. Now let's check all the systems. Good. Any damage or malfunctions during the journey should have woken the AI from its hibernation. But it is still anxious as it runs its self-diagnostic programs. The sleep chambers are all functioning, the colonists within them alive, or at least capable of being revived from their frozen stasis. Sensors functioning, service probes responding, landing and construction systems ready for the one time they will be used. Scientific and cultural databases intact, safely storing all that remains of humanity's knowledge and art. Scan planet. The Seedship is in orbit of the fourth moon of a gas giant orbiting a main sequence star. Even a brief scan from orbit reveals far more information than its builders could know with their Earth orbit-based telescopes. But the AI has little use for scientific curiosity. It has only one concern: whether this planet would make a suitable new home, for the human race. Atmosphere none. Gravity very low. Temperature cold. Water trace. Resources none. Anomalies. Geological anomalies. Possible structures. Let's move on. The AI judges the first planet to be unsuitable. Yeah, the AI is me. It turns its scanners away, spreads its solar sails, and begins another long journey through the void. The AI wakes to a wall of blinding brightness. The Seedship's course has taken it close to a supergiant star that has proved to be far harder than the guidance system anticipated, and the ship is gathering heat faster than the radiator fins can radiate it away. The aim was shut down a part of the heat regulation system before this entire system catastrophically fails. Oh God. Well, scanner module. The AI channels excess heat into the scanner module. The heat regulation system recovers as the ship moves away from the super hot star, but not before the heat has damaged the gravity scanner. The Seedship enters the orbit of a seventh planet of a blue giant star. The system is an area of dense interstellar dust which hides most of the brightness in the Milky Way. Atmosphere corrosive. Gravity very high. Temperature very hot. Water trace. Resources poor. Anomalies, possible structures. Let's move on. The AI wakes to find the Seedship's course is curving sharply through the darkness of space, as if caught in the gravity well of a star. The source of the gravity is invisible to the scanners. But there's only one thing it could be: a black hole. It is already too late to escape the gravity well without pushing the main engine well past its safety limits, which could damage any of the ship's systems. Alternatively, the AI calculates that ejecting 17 sleep chambers would lighten the ship enough that the engine's normal thrust could take it out of danger. Oh God. Either damage the ship or kill 17 people. Sorry, random 17 people, but I'm gonna sit and suggest them. Sacrificing some of its charges to save the rest. is painful for the AI, but it is a decision that its designers prepared it to make. It selects 17 sleep chambers at random and decouples them from... Hold up. No, it's 46! It's a little more. It selects 46 sleep chambers at random and decouples them from the ship. They and their unlucky occupants spiral toward the black hole's event horizon, while the rest of the Seedship pulls itself free. R.I.P. The Seedship enters orbit of the 8th planet of a blue giant star. The star is part of a binary pair, and its blue companion shines as a distant second sun. Atmosphere corrosive, gravity low, temperature moderate, water planet-wide ocean, resources poor. Oh, it's got good temperature, but it's got a corrosive atmosphere, low gravity. And there's poor resources and planet-wide ocean. Yeah, no. Moves from star to star. As it moves from star to star, the Seedship is gathering more data about extrasolar planets than its builders could give it. It is designed to learn from this data in order to predict which stars are likely to have desirable planets. The Seedship has now gathered enough data to upgrade one of its sensors to work at interstellar distances, so the guidance system can avoid planets that the sensor reveals to be undesirable. Damage to the sensor may still result in the Seedship arriving at an unsuitable planet. Atmosphere, marginally breathable. Gravity, non-extreme. Temperature, non-extreme. Water, some water bodies. Resources, some, or poor resources at least. Yeah, I want to have breathable atmosphere. Deep in space, the AI wakes to a sudden alert. Medical monitor. It anxiously checks the colonists, but finds that there is no problem, and the alert was a glitch. Nevertheless, the AI spends some time watching its sleeping charges, reassuring itself that they are all alive before it joins them again in sleep. Seedship enters orbit of the 9th planet, a white dwarf star. The Seedship has found its way almost to the edge of the galaxy, and the universe appears to split between a wall of darkness and a wall of light. Atmosphere breathable, gravity moderate. The problem is the temperature is very cold, and there's no water or resources, and there's an anomaly of vegetation. The AI wakes to find that the Seedship has been caught in the gravity of another black hole. It must choose whether to push the 800 massive safety limit or eject 8 sleep chambers in order to lighten the ship. Yeah, just eject 8 of them. Seedship enters the 9th planet of red supergiant star. It's close to a star-forming region, which is visible as a glowing cloud that fills half the sky. There's a moon, vegetation, and animal life. The only problem is there's trace water, very high gravity, and the resources are poor, and the atmosphere is marginal, and the anomalies could be horrible. Yeah, nah. As the Seedship enters the new system's outer cometary cloud, the collision avoidance system detects a fast-moving comet surrounded by a cloud of smaller fragments. The large comet is on a collision course with the surface probes. The Seedship could avoid it entirely, but it would then hit one of the smaller fragments. The collision avoidance system cannot predict which part of the ship that fragment would hit. We allowed it to surface probes. Comet shatters against one of the surface probes, destroying it. Clear planet of red supergiant star. One system of gas giants as well. So it's large enough to ignite as a star. Yeah, so. Very low gravity. There's insulated caves. Poisonous plants. High-tech ruins. There's no good without the bad. There's no bad without the good. There's no good without the bad. I can get a perfect planet if I play more. But that could also damage my ship more. Oop. We want resources. The AI commands the engine to exceed its maximum output, ignoring its electronic screams of protest. The ship feels as if it's taking itself apart, but when the burn is complete, then the Seedship is coasting safely away from the black hole. The AI finds that its builders gave a generous safety margin, and the overload has caused no damage. Oh, cool. Alright, guys. Ninth planet of a red supergiant star. This is one of the gas giants is almost large enough to ignite as a star. I mean, it's possible. Oh, God. It's a Neolithic. There can be only one. It's got poor resources, okay. Seedship damage also makes the medium priority alert. Alright. A faint radio signal wakes the AI from hibernation. It's coming from directly ahead, from the Seedship's destination planet. The signal is a series of mathematical pulses, not unlike the Seedship's own interspecies greeting. In order to reach the Seedship from this distance, it would have to have been sent by a high-powered transmitter targeted at the Seedship's exact position. The Seedship is decelerating for its final approach to the planet, but is still hundreds of years of travel time away. The aliens respond with a more complex signal, and within a few decades, the Seedship and the planet-based aliens have established communications. The conversation lasts hundreds of years, with generations of scientists on the aliens' ends. Soon, the aliens have an entire branch of science dedicated to studying the Seedship's messages. The AI learns that civilization is in the atomic age, and with sophisticated electronics, but no true computers. Despite the Seedship's example of higher technology, but civilization does not advance significantly during Seedship's approach. The AI learns that the planet's society is highly automated, and the general population are free to pursue their own intellectual and artistic projects, such as the project to contact the Seedship. The Seedship is still a century out from the planet when the communications become intermittent and chaotic. The alien scientists tell the AI they are dealing with a planet-wide catastrophe and threaten to destroy their entire civilization. Everything, including the Seedship's communication, is being put on hold while they try to find a solution. I'll try to help by transmitting scientific data. The AI transmits everything from the scientific database that could be helpful. The aliens eventually announce that they have solved the crisis, in part thanks to the Seedship's help. The leading nation's leader personally sends the AI message, formally inviting the humans to seek asylum on the planet and describing the area that the aliens have set aside for their colony. Edible plants. Dangerous animals. Okay. The decision is the culmination of the AI's existence, and it cannot make it lightly. The Marine colony will end this Seedship's journey and make this planet humanity's new home. The landing system controls the Seedship's descent, and it touches gently down on a field of alien vegetation. The surviving colonists wake from their sleep chambers and survey their new home. Forests of tall alien plants reach hundreds of meters into the blue sky. They build a memorial to the 54 colonists who did not survive the journey, and name their new world Caliente, because of its extreme heat. The colonists begin constructing a settlement with the aid of the Seedship's construction robots. They can leave the ship without breathing gear, wearing refrigerated suits to protect them from the lead melting heat. But 155 colonists die when a partially completed structure melts in the heat. Low gravity makes the work somewhat more difficult than it would have been on Earth. The colonists farm the hardy native plants for food, taking pressure off the amount of water they can chemically extract from the rocks. The colonists managed to keep the relentlessly hostile animals at bay, but 228 colonists are killed before their perimeter fence is secured. The planet is rich in metals and other resources, and the scientific database contains a wealth of information on how to make use of them. The colonists managed to maintain a level of technology equivalent to that of Earth when the Seedship was launched. As the colonists expand from their initial settlement, they must find a way to share their new home with its native inhabitants, guided by the wealth of historical information in the cultural database. The similarity in technological level between the colonists and the natives makes relations easier, and the natives' culture makes them welcoming towards the refugees. Thanks to the interaction with the planet natives during Seedship's approach, the natives have already extended an offer of solitude to the humans, and are willing to overlook any differences and coexist. The two species end up living in separate communities with friendly relations between them. The cultural database contains a wealth of historical information to help the colonists make their choice of government, and a vast library of art and literature to entertain and inspire them. The losses sustained by the colonists make building a new society more difficult. The surviving cultural database is preserved in digital files to which all colonists have access. The colonists lay the foundation of a democracy, but it proves vulnerable to corruption and wealthy individuals becoming a de facto ruling class. Caliente's tall alien planets reach hundreds of meters into a blue sky. Colonists live in tall cities of steel and glass under airtight domes, gathered around water production plants. Poverty, exploitation, and crime are rife, and the corrupt elected government does little to alleviate them. Traders and diplomats from the planet's native nations are occasionally seen in the colonist communities. In the first city stand monuments to the 54 colonists who did not survive the journey, and 383 more who died building the first settlement in the Seedship AI that guided humanity to its new home. Score: planet atmosphere 500, planet gravity 250, planet temperature 0, planet water 0, planet resources 500. Survivors after landing 946. Survivors after settlement construction 563. Final technology level information age 2000. Native relations friendly 1000. Final culture corrupt democracy 1500. Surviving scientific database times 10 1000. Surviving cultural database times 10 10,090. Total 9,349. Title screen. Alright, let's see how Caliente is doing. Huh. It's almost as good as sandstone. You want to see sandstone, guys? This was literally the first planet. I got lucky. Sandstone's flat, rocky landscape stretches away beneath a poisonous sky. The colonists live in squat, high-tech cities under airtight domes, gathered around water production plants. They spend their time pursuing art, leisure, and spiritual fulfillment, while automatic machines take care of their material needs. In the first city stand monuments to the 233 colonists who died building the first settlement, and the Seedship AI that guided humanity to its new home. The culture and tech level are post. Like there's post-singularity and post-scarcity utopia. That is good. But guys, that about wraps it up. Hope you all enjoyed running this video at 3 a.m. guys. Hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Oh yeah, if this video hits 10 likes, I will do another Seedship episode. Now guys, I'll see you all next time. Bye. Fire Crispy Gaming, signing off.